Oyen the Brave cat. It was a warm afternoon in a small, quiet village. The sun shone softly through the trees and the sound of birds filled the air. Under a big mango tree, a chubby orange cat named Oyen was resting peacefully. His fur glowed like gold under the sunlight, and his green eyes blinked lazily as he watched his 3 playful kittens running near the riverbank. The kittens were full of energy, chasing butterflies, jumping over small rocks, and wrestling each other in the grass. Oyen smiled proudly. He loved watching them grow and play. They were his whole world. But just a few moments later, the calm day turned into panic. One of the kittens, the smallest one named Mimi, chased a blue butterfly too close to the edge of the river. The ground was slippery after last night's rain. Suddenly, splash, Mimi fell into the water.
"Ooh, help me, Papa."
The tiny kitten cried, her voice trembling with fear. Oyen's ears shot up. He turned his head and saw his little one struggling in the fast current. Without a second thought, he leapt to his feet and ran as fast as he could toward the river. The other 2 kittens stood frozen, their eyes wide with fear. "Papa, save Mimi," they cried. Oyen's heart pounded. He had never liked water. It was cold and deep, and cats weren't made for swimming. But this wasn't the time to be afraid. This was his child. With a deep breath, he jumped straight into the river. Splash! The cold water hit him like ice. The current pushed him back, but Oyen fought with all his strength. His paws kicked against the waves, his eyes locked on Mimi, who was drifting farther away. "Hold on, my baby, I'm coming." Oyen meowed loudly, his voice trembling but full of determination. He paddled through the rushing water, his fur heavy and soaked. Every stroke was a struggle, but his love was stronger than his fear. Inch by inch, he got closer, until finally he reached her. He gently grabbed Mimi by the scruff of her neck, just like he used to when carrying her as a newborn. Mimi stopped crying and clung tightly to her father's fur. Oyen turned around, using all his remaining strength to swim back to the shore. The current tried to pull him away, but Oyen didn't give up. His muscles ached, his breath grew short, but in his heart he kept repeating, "I must save her. I must." After what felt like forever, his paws finally touched solid ground. With one last push, he climbed onto the riverbank, carrying Mimi to safety. He gently placed her on the grass. Both of them were dripping wet, shivering from the cold, but alive. The other kittens ran to them, crying and hugging their father and sister. Oyen licked Mimi's head, warming her and whispering softly, "You're safe now, my little one. Papa's here." Mimi purred weakly and nuzzled her father's chest. "Thank you, Papa," she whispered. Oyen smiled and wrapped his tail around all 3 of his kittens, holding them close as the sun began to set. The warm golden light reflected off the water, shining on them like a gentle blessing. From that day on, every cat in the village told the story of Oyen the Brave, the orange cat who faced his greatest fear and fought the river itself to save his child. And whenever Oyen looked at his kittens sleeping peacefully beside him, he would close his eyes with a proud, quiet smile, grateful for the love that made him stronger than any storm.